Tyrone started spitting game. Not knowing that this fool just listened to a whole Too Short CD. Keisha with her tie behind, she turned into Shaggy then. It wasn't her, okay? It wasn't me. Hey guys, it's Sharika and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I would love to have you. So today we are doing some giant Dungeness crabs. I have some corn, sausage, and potatoes here. For today's drink, I'm just doing a orange sparkling water, which I'm trying for the first time, so hopefully I like it. So let's go ahead and say grace. Amen. Hey y'all, happy Monday. All right, let's taste this water, child. Let's see what it's giving. Okay, I like that. That's good. All right, y'all. So first, before we get started, let me show y'all how big these Dungeness crabs are. Like, this thing is huge. This is probably like one of the biggest ones that I've ever had. And I got those from the Safe Harbor Seafood Market. So, girl, because I told y'all, Rose, child, the block is hot. Everybody going up there now. So, whew. Okay, y'all, so we do have a story time today. I roll my sleeves up because I'm ready. So the story time is from For My Man. And there was a girl named, what was her name? We'll just call her Keisha. We haven't talked about Keisha in a while. So her name was Keisha, and she was a really spoiled little girl. It was her and her mom. Her dad left, so her mom just felt like she needed to just spoil this little girl. And that was her way of just showing that she loved her, and you know, that she can get whatever she wanted, whatever she needed without her dad. Well, they also lived with their very wealthy grandma. So Keisha was always left with her grandma because her mom, she didn't know how to sit still. She was hot in the pants. So she would always have like all these different men that she would take care of because she had a wealthy mom. So she would always leave Keisha with her grandma and, you know, now Keisha probably like 9. She would give her like a $50 bill and telling her, you know, I'll take you to the store when I get back. But she was always gone. So the little girl looking like, you know, what I'm gonna do with this money? Like she enjoyed the gifts and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, she did want her mom. So Keisha grew up, and of course she picked up some of the same habits that she saw her mom doing when she was a young girl. Taking care of guys. She used her mama money, take these dudes on shopping sprees and everything. So at this point, I think she's like 17 or 18 years old. So she met this guy, Keisha, she met this guy. And she was into him. His name was Tyrone, okay? Because he ain't have nobody job. Y'all already know how I feel. If his name Tyrone, he don't have no job. Nobody job. So girl, Tyrone started spitting game. Talking about family and how he wanted to, you know, be with her forever. This, that, and the third. Oh, so she really feeling Tyrone. No job having Tyrone. not knowing that this fool just listened to a whole Too Short CD, so he know exactly what to say to her. They get her to drop her drawers if he wanted her to, okay? And that's exactly what happened. So now, this her dude. She kept taking care of Tyrone. She buying them gifts. She making sure if he wanted to drop it down low and bust it wide, that's what she gonna do. The grandma ended up passing away. Now, the grandma had like a nice job. Like I said, she was, they never said like what type of job she had. But it was another, she had other kids too. So, Keisha and her mom was living with grandma, so they getting all the paperwork at the house. They opened up the letters from the attorney breaking down the pension, the inheritance, and everything like that. And turns out she didn't leave Keisha's mom much of anything. Instead, she left her 20-year-old daughter a big piece of the pie. Plus, she was getting money from her mom's pension, $1,279 for the rest of her life, basically. So Keisha's mama was hot. So while Keisha's mama hot about the money that Maria had left the other sister, Keisha still head over heels with Tyrone. So she asked her mom if Tyrone can come move in with them. The mama agreed because she, you know, she all about that taking care of her dude life. So she like, yes, girl, let him come move in. So now No Good Tyrone living with them. They decide that they're gonna have the other sister, the baby sister, her name is Samantha. They gonna have Samantha move in, and they basically gonna steal her money. So, hold on, I'm gonna get this out of my shirt. So, the plot was, you know, you come move in with us. You can live a carefree life. Where we live, you know, people will be more willing to accept you and your lifestyle because Samantha was a lesbian. And the family that she was living with was very judgmental, and she couldn't really be herself. So that's what the sister used to get her baby sister up there. Just like, come live with us, you know, you can do whatever you want to do, live how you want to live, and we not judging you over here. Excuse me, child. So Samantha down with it. Samantha go, she move in. Everything good for a while. The checks start rolling in like clockwork. So of course, you know, Samantha, she young. She going shopping. She come in with her new bags. Louis, Gucci, Prada, whatever. And they sitting back and they mad. So when she come in with her bags, they follow her to the room. They just basically deboing the girl, taking her stuff. She calling her her other sister, because it was another sister, telling them, you know, well, I guess that was her mom, telling them, you know, she down here. They done called her down here, and now, you know, they basically trying to take advantage of her. They done took her new boots, her new bag, clothes that they can't fit, because the other women were like larger women. She was like small. They can't fit the clothes, but they still gonna take it just because they can do it. But Samantha really wouldn't say nothing to him because she felt like she really was in a better situation, because she didn't have to worry about people judging her and stuff like that. If she want to bring, you know, a girl to the house, she could do that. So she was still you know, able to live a life better than what she was doing while she was wherever she was. So girl, they knew the PIN number to her debit card, and I think the pension or the inheritance check or whatever was going to be mailed to the house. So they had plans on just spending that. Well, one day, Keisha and Tyrone, they're sitting on the couch. Samantha come home from a long day of shopping. She's exhausted, okay? She done tore the malls down. So, they trying to do everything they can to get under Samantha's skin. They turning the music up loud, just whatever. Samantha goes to her room and she noticed that they had been in her stuff. So by this time, honey, Samantha is fed up, okay? Samantha is fed up, and Samantha said, "Nuck if you buck." Okay, she was ready. So she go up there and she start asking, you know, like, why you bothering my stuff? I'm tired of y'all, this, that, and third. So they arguing back and forth, back and forth. So here comes Tyrone. He need to sit down somewhere. He like, you ain't finna talk to my lady like that. You ain't finna talk to my lady like that. So Samantha stormed off in the room. Keisha with her tie behind follows Samantha in the room. Now at this point, they close to blows. Like they all up in each other's face. So here comes Tyrone. He like, oh, you want to act like you a man? You think you're a man? You think you're a man? So he hit her. And they go to tussle. And now Samantha ain't no punk, right? So she was holding her own with Tyrone. She probably called him broke down and everything. Called him a bum. And he was getting madder and madder. Tell me why this fool grabs a hammer and just start hitting in the head with it. Start hitting in the head with the hammer. So while he doing that, Keisha's standing there watching the whole thing. She picks up a bottle that's on the side of a freaking Budweiser bottle that's on the side of the bed and start hitting in the head with that. So now Tyrone, he too turned up. He takes the claw end of the hammer and just finish it off. So now they don't know what they're gonna do. It went too far. That's what Tyrone said. It went too far. So you think the mama come home, she sees Samantha laying on the bed in a pool of blood. So she looking at them like, what did y'all do? Like, I ain't say we was gonna do all this. We was just gonna take her money. We wasn't gonna, you know, do all this. So then they wrap her up in a blanket and put her in the car. They drive not too far from the house, which was the first dumb mistake, which was another dumb mistake. And they just dump her in the woods. Now, Tyrone and Keisha, for whatever reason, Dumb and Dumber, think that they just got away with it scot-free and ain't nothing gonna happen. They think that, you know, the girl money gonna just keep coming in. They gonna just be living off her. And that's the end of the story. They sit at the table playing Uno. While they think that they, you know, they get ready to live this lavish life on Samantha dime. maybe like 2 or 3 days later, it was a guy jogging. He found Samantha. So they wasn't able to identify her, but she did have tattoos. She had like tattoos on her arm and tattoos on her hand. So that was what they put out to the news, to the media, was her tattoos. So of course family members, they know, you know, these tattoos that she had on her arm and on her hands and stuff like that. So they called in, met up with, agreed to meet up with the investigators. And of course the investigators asked who she was living with, who she was last seen with, stuff like that. So of course it goes back to Keisha, Dum Dum Tyrone, and Mama. Okay, we don't even got no name for her, because she was just a hot mess. So girl, once the detectives reach out to the mom and say, I need you guys to come down to the station because we just want to talk about, we think that we found your sister. So of course she gets with the daughter. They come up with this plan and they just gonna act like they don't know what's going on. So they put them in a different room. They talk to the mama first. And of course she just acting like she is just so devastated by the news. So girl, she devastated by the news. The daughter in the room, she doing the same thing. They ain't even had Tyrone. So, you know, they questioning her, asking the mom, you know, the regular questions that you would ask. They just found your sister in the woods, and you know, they gonna ask you the questions that they need to ask. So girl, she basically told on herself, because she starts saying like, yeah, she was living there, and if you guys decide to go to the house to check it out, just know that we just had to replace the carpet in her room. So the detectives thought that that was real funny. Like, girl, ain't nobody asked you about no carpet in no room. Why are you telling me this? So then they started picking at her, and she just gave it up. She said, okay, I did it. You guys got me. I did it. But I did it by myself. Still trying to protect her daughter. Her daughter was spoiled to the bone, okay, rotten to the core. So they just told her to stand up. They put her hands behind her back and they took her to jail. But they knew that it was something that she wasn't telling them. So in the other room, they tell Keisha, oh, your mom just confessed. So she was like, what do you mean my mom just confessed? She said, your mom just confessed. She said that she did it. So Keisha was like, okay, well, what's going to happen to my mom? So he said, she's going to go to jail for killing your aunt. Keisha said, okay. And they just let her walk out. So after, you know, I guess like a few weeks went by with the mom talking to an attorney, and she asking, you know, well, what's going to happen to me? She said, well, you're going to do time for murder, like 50 plus years. So she said, okay, well, it wasn't me, honey. She turned into Shaggy then. It wasn't her, okay? It wasn't me. And she said it was my daughter and her boyfriend, and I just, you know, helped them get rid of the body or whatever. So, of course, they was arrested. The mom only got 4 months of house arrest. Even though she helped them get rid of the body. I don't be understanding these charges. But she only got 4 months of house arrest. And then, you know, they gone for life, child. They ain't getting out. But I'm like, 4 months of house arrest? Girl, this is beyond me. Okay, guys, so I hope you're done eating. If you're eating with me, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to click the next 2 videos at the bottom of the screen. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, y'all.